Hi, everyone. I'm Jen Burchfield,
Hey guys, I'm Liz Layman.
and this is our second week, week 2 of my raw food 28-day raw fruit and vegetable cleanse video.
And how are you feeling?
I am feeling really good. Um, you and I were talking before, and we were both noticing how my skin looks and how I just feel like I have a little bit more of a glow, a little bit more pep. Um, so right now,
Yeah, I mean your skin looks amazing.
thank
This is
you.
kind of one of the things that when you do a cleanse, in the beginning it can be a little rough and you can experience some unwanted things, and
Yes.
even you can actually experience a little purging through your skin. So you could
Yeah.
develop some, mild acne. But as you go through the cleansing process, you get to this really amazing phase where you're just glowing, and you're definitely there.
Thank you. I think my day, usually I look for days 3 and 4 to be really rough because that's when chemically you're getting rid of things like caffeine and, alcohol, sugars, all those sorts of things. But I didn't experience anything too negative at that phase. Day 7, maybe day 8. I was really like, I had a very low energy day, super low energy. And I reported on my personal Facebook page that I ate a piece of fish. I ate a salad with a piece of grilled fish. And that was definitely the right thing to do. My energy just went right back up as soon as I had that. And I haven't needed that since, but it was a great choice.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're listening to your body, you're responding well to the choices that you're making.
Yeah.
So that means that you're very in tune with your body,
Right.
and you know what works for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, if I've ever done a cleanse and I'm starting to get that real low energy phase, like I know for me, a good complex carbohydrate works, right? And that'll
Right.
spike my energy right where it needs to be.
Yep. And I sat there and I did, this is a whole can of worms that we don't need to necessarily talk about, but I was doing muscle testing on myself to see what my body wanted. If anyone wants to look it up, it's applied kinesiology. So I was doing self muscle testing to see what my body would respond best to and what was in my highest interest on this cleanse, and came to the fish as the source. So definitely, I think whatever works for your body, because you're a vegetarian. So
Correct.
right?
So
So
fish would not work for me.
yeah, you wouldn't
Definitely not chicken either.
yeah.
So, outside of that, like, how else have you been feeling? Is everything else, working normally? I mean, your digestive function?
Yes. So I think this week I had my moon cycle, and I think that that's part of the reason why I experienced such a dip in my energy. And that's part of the reason why my body needed that protein boost.
Right.
And what was shocking is I had no symptoms prior to. So I didn't have any bloating. I didn't have any swelling. I didn't have any cramping. I didn't have any of the symptoms that I would normally experience with that. And, that's a great indicator because the thyroid does control your female and male hormones.
Right.
It's a great sign that things are moving in the right direction.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what has your regimen changed at all outside of having to consume fish? I mean, are you still kind of juicing and doing the smoothies and raw foods?
Yeah, so everything is the same besides that. I had prior to trying the fish that morning, I tried a little small amount of almond butter and it just wasn't enough. So I had a little bit of nuts, which the medical medium does talk about, that you can use nuts as a way to boost yourself. And, if you need to slow down the cleanse process, which I did because
Right.
my body was doing a natural cleansing. So I needed, to slow things down a little bit on the eating side of things. But everything else has been the same. I've been experimenting with a lot of great recipes. I've been doing zoodles, making zucchini noodles. Just
Yummy.
and then I made a bunch of fresh pico, and I just tossed the zucchini noodles with the fresh pico and lime juice, and it's delicious. It's like, how simple is that, you know?
Yeah, we're going to have to get you to do like a plant-based cooking demo after this to show everybody how easy it is to go raw.
Okay. I mean, I was talking about getting my group into your shop for you to do one for me, but we'll do it.
We'll do it together. That's right.
Yeah.
We'll coordinate.
That'll be awesome.
Perfect. So, you said something a little bit ago that you talked about how on day 3 or 4, typically you're purging caffeine or other like processed sugars, those kind of things. And you didn't really experience that this time during your cleanse. Is that because you prepped really well for it? Or is it because this is your umpteenth cleanse that you've done, and so you're kind of moving in a different direction?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's a combination, Liz. It's a bit of a mystery, because you kind of never know when you go into a cleanse cycle how you're going to feel, and how things are going to hit you. I did prepare fairly well, but I had coffee on Sunday before the Monday that I started. I weaned off, I wasn't having it every day the week prior to starting the cleanse. So it didn't bother me too much. I think more so because this is all fruits and vegetables, and there's so much prana, and there's just so much vitamins and nutrients. I think that my body was receiving so much energy source,
right,
that my body wasn't so freaked out by
the purging process. Right. Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I wanted everyone to know, so you did some blood work prior to this, right?
Yeah. So, and I actually haven't got those results yet, but I did blood work on, I want to say like day 3 or so. I went in and got my blood work done. So that should be a good baseline of all of my thyroid numbers. I know that my thyroid should be low. I was experiencing, that's why I started this cleanse. I was experiencing symptoms, including the bloating and stuff, which I haven't had an ounce of bloating on this cleanse. I mean, my stomach is like
flat,
which is a great,
it's great for summertime. Yeah.
But I feel, I don't feel icky. I don't feel that like, that stuffed feeling. And it's been really cool to experience what feeling satiated feels like in the absence of pain.
Nice. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I've had a low level awareness of my liver and gallbladder area, ileocecal valve, where that drops in, just in that whole right quadrant. And I've not had any of that pain. So it's been, pain. Right. Awareness of that area that is a little uncomfortable. All that is gone. So that's just to be able to take that out of my awareness gives you more energy, because you're not distracted by something.
Right. I mean, you're not focused on this agony or this uncomfortability that kind of can play a mind trick and say, oh, I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to quit, right? Because I don't want to feel like this anymore. So let's just go back to eating regular foods and not stick with it.
Yes.
And that's a very common thing when cleansing, especially for people that are doing it for the first time. Yeah. Right. So the whole idea is to be able to get through. So having that kind of level of comfortability on a cleanse is wonderful.
Yeah. And remembering, when I do want to give up, because there's been a time or two that I've been like, I just want to stuff like 80 bags of almonds into my mouth. Right. Like, of all things, at least I haven't been like, I want a burger. I haven't felt that. But, I have had those moments, and remembering my why. I think that's so key, is having a really strong focus of why it is that I'm doing this. I'm doing this to heal, to deep level, heal my thyroid, to heal my digestion. And, if that takes 28 days out of my life and I experience, success in that would be hugely gratifying. So
you can do anything for 28 days. We all can do anything for 28 days.
Anything. I'm 40. I've lived through 48 of those at least.
There you go. So you have 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll kind of follow you again through this process and check in with you next Thursday and see how you're feeling.
Yep.
And at the very end, we're going to talk about how to come out of your cleanse, how to break it. And we'll maybe be able to kind of hear some of your results on your blood work.
Yeah, I hope so. I will, we may have to do a follow-up to get the follow-up blood work after, a week or two after the cleanse when we get those results. But definitely, I think that would be an awesome indicator, measurable indicator.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, good luck. And we can't wait to see and check in next Thursday and see how you're feeling.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Liz. Thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.